Today's daf is Pei Dalid. We're going to begin Pei Dalid on Aleph Taran Abanan. Taran Abanan, we learned in a Braisa, if a person says to his wife, this is your get on condition that you marry so-and-so. She's not allowed to marry that man. But if she does get married to that man, she does not have to leave him. So the Gemara asks, Maika Amr, what is the Braisa saying? Amr Nachman says this is what the Braisa is saying. In other words, who is she forbidden from marrying? Braisa says, what's going on over here? So means that she's not allowed to marry him. She's not allowed to marry the man mentioned by her husband on condition. Because people are going to say that these people are giving their wives to each other as a gift. And if she does get married to another person, like Tetzi, she does not have to leave him. So the word says, do we not remove her from being allowing to a married woman to marry another one due to examine that abundant? Because people are going to say that people are giving their husband, that husbands are giving their wife as gifts. In other words, as long as the condition that she would marry a specific man is not fulfilled, so she is married, she's a Ishish Midei Isa. And the Rapper says, this is what the Braisa means to say. She may not marry him. In other words, the man who was specified on the condition. Why? Because as people are going to say that their wives give to each other as a gift. That they're giving their wives to each other as gifts. If she marries him, she doesn't need to leave him. We did not remove a woman from her husband due to a midrabanan. So Rabbi says to Nachman, it's mashma from here that it's specifically to him that she may not get married. But she may marry another man. But isn't she required to fulfill the condition by marrying the specific man or the husband before someone else? If you're going to say it's possible for her to get married today to someone else and get divorced from him tomorrow, and then she will fulfill the condition by marrying the specific man's. How you compare this to the halacha over which you disagree with Rabbi Yehuda? The Itiraz was stated, Kunam Eini B'Shinei Hayom, Imishin L'Machar, Amar Yehuda Al Yishin Hayom, Shem Yishin L'Machar. So it says that if someone says, sleeping is forbidden to me, as if it were a korban for my eyes today if I'll sleep tomorrow. So Yehuda says he's not allowed to sleep today because maybe he'll sleep tomorrow, which is causing the neder to have been violated today, the mafreya. Nachman says, you can sleep today because there's no Isser now, and we're not concerned that perhaps he'll sleep tomorrow, as he'll be careful not to sleep. So this machlekes pertains to the general issue of an Isser that will take effect, the mafreya, if a Tanai is not fulfilled. Rabbi Yehuda holds that the Isser must be observed until the condition is fulfilled. Whereas Rav Nachman understands that it's not necessary to observe the Isser, as he assumes that the condition will be fulfilled. So here too, perhaps Rav Nachman allows the woman to marry another man because she fulfilled the condition after she's divorced from him. Whereas this how can you compare the cases? There in the case of the neder, the fulfillment of the condition is in his capability. The boy is nafshei misl vasa. If he wants to prevent himself from falling asleep, he can prick himself with thorns. And he will not go to sleep. Hacha, here, in the case, is it in the woman's power to get divorced? Perhaps her husband will not agree to divorce her, and the Tanai will not be fulfilled. Ella Rabbi says, rather the Braisa should be learned as follows. This woman is not allowed to marry not this man who was specified in the Tanai, nor another man. She's not allowed to marry him because this woman may marry either the man who was specified in the condition or another man. She's not allowed to marry this man because people are going to say that men are given to their wives to each other as gifts. And she may not marry another man because she is required to fulfill her condition. If she marries the specified man, she does not need to leave him because just because of the gzera, we don't say that she has to leave. But if she gets married to another man, the boy the cumulative tonight. But if she gets married to another man, she has to leave him, and she's required to fulfill the condition before marrying another man. We learned the Brisa in accordance with Rava. So we marry neither him nor another man. This is liberal. If she marries him, she doesn't have to leave him. If she gets married to another man, she must leave. If a man says to his wife, he says, "This is your get on condition that I ascend to the sky. I'm not him, or on condition that you descend to the deep sea. I'm not on condition that you swallow a 4-cubit reed. I'm not on condition that you bring me 100-cubit reed. I'm not on condition that you cross the Mediterranean Sea by foot, or any other type of tanai that's impossible to fulfill. Ain't a get. It's not considered a good get." Rabbi Yehuda ben Taimeh says, "Kazeh get is considered a good get." Why? Because the condition is a void. In other words, the Tanakam is going to say, since you can't fulfill the condition, so it's not a get. The Yehuda ben Taimeh says the exact opposite, that it's considered a good get as the condition now is void. Now, Rabbi Yehuda ben Taimeh said the following klal, that with regard to any condition that it's impossible to fulfill in the end. So even if the husband made it tonight, initially he's just exaggerating. So we assume that he did not really intend to attach a tonight to the divorce, rather to cause a distress, and therefore the divorce is valid without fulfilling the condition. The language of the Mishnah is also precise. What does the Mishnah say? It says that any condition that can be fulfilled in the end, and the husband made the tanai initially, his condition stands, which is mashma tanai batal, which is mashma that if his condition cannot be fulfilled, it's void. So Shemami learn from this that Allah is in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda ben Taimeh. If a husband said to his wife, "This is your get on condition that you eat pig meat." Wow, what's the din? Abai says this is the same thing. This is a tanai that cannot be fulfilled, as the Torah asks it. Therefore, the condition is void. It's possible for her to eat it and get malchus. So the condition can be fulfilled, although it's forbidden for her to do so. So the word says, according to Abai klal, the principle stated by Yehuda ben Taimeh comes to include a condition like pig meat. The Tana states a general principle. He expands the halacha beyond the specific case mentioned previously. In this case, the Tanai serves to apply the halacha on a condition subject to a Yisur D'Oraisa, in addition to a physical impossibility. Now, according to Rava, when Yehuda ben Taimeh says "Kozeh," a get like this is a good divorce, so it has a limiting term. What does it mean? Kozeh serves to emphasize that only when there is a tanai that cannot be physically fulfilled, the get is valid. Comes to exclude a condition like pig meat, which cannot be fulfilled due to the Isra D'Oraisa. Therefore, if she does not fulfill the condition, the divorce is not good. So basically, they asked Shaila to Rabbi's opinion from Rabbi S. This is your get on condition that you engage in relationship with so and so. It's kaim b'tanai as a get. So if and a condition is fulfilled, it's considered a get. If not any get, a condition that you do not have relations with my father or with your father. In case Shermani will land, we're not considered. Perhaps she will have relations with them. Now, and the Bryce does not teach the condition that the condition is binding when the husband says a condition that you have relations with my father, your father, which is Asr B'Diraisa. So the according to Abaye, it works very well, as in his opinion, this Tanai violates the Torah. That a Tanai that violates the Torah is void. Kasha. So the Rav tell you made by pig meat after the ochel v'leika. It's possible for her to eat and get malchus. So plainly nami. Similarly, the condition that she engaged in bia with so and so after the meshachta lebimeni. It's possible for her to bribe him with money to have relations with her. But with regards to the case of the father or the father or your father, is in her power to have relations with him. He of the Yisura, granted that she could potentially perform a Isser of the Yisura, where the father or my father, her father, or your father perform this Isser. They would never cooperate. Therefore, this condition cannot be fulfilled, and it's considered like just making her crazy. Now, based on this, he says, according to Rav, is Klal Asui Abba Vavich is coming to include the case of Abba Vavich, because Zela with B'sar Chazir, and Kozeh is coming to exclude B'sar Chazir. And according to Abaye, Klal Asui B'sar Chazir, and Kozeh is the Muti plainly. Basically, the Gemara asks a question from another Brisa. The husband said to his wife, this is your get on condition that you eat pig meat. Or she was a Zara. In other words, she was a daughter of a Yisraelis, and he made it tonight, on condition that you eat truma. Or let's say she was a Nazar, and he said, on condition that you drink yain. So in the sky tonight, if the condition is fulfilled as a get, it's a get. We don't have any get. So the Chel Rav Nechel Abaye Kasha. So Abaye says, Misav Dibri Hakil. Do you hold this ruling is agreed upon everyone? This is not the case. This is the opinion of the Chachamim who disagree with you, the Bentema. And they say that even a Tanai that cannot be fulfilled is a valid condition. So the Gemara says, regardless of the issue of a Tanai that cannot be fulfilled, why don't you say that this condition is void from the fact that the husband is because Tanai counter to that which is written in the Torah. And anyone who makes a Tanai counter to what's written in the Torah's condition is void. As he says, but the one that we say this is this is in regards to her clothing, her rights, and her upbringing, and so the hukah. These things, he is uprooting something that the Torah is fulfilling these conditions. With regards here, she's uprooting the matter midiraisa by fulfilling the condition, not him. So Maskell the Ravina says, isn't she uprooting it? Isn't she uprooting it only in order to fulfill his conditions? Therefore, it's found that he is uprooting midiraisa by attaching this condition to divorce. So Ravina says, about the one that we say that a person who makes a Tanai, something which is written in the Tanai is bottled to gate, for example, the Vadakak over there, for sure, he's uprooting midiraisa. Is he saying to her that it's not possible for her not to eat it? She will not eat it, and she won't get divorced. Tonight it's not oiker something midiraisa, and the wife has the choice of whether or not to fulfill the tonight. So in the Mishnah Yasa, what should do after the get and the Tanai that she's not permitted to do so. So what should he do? So Yitlano Himeno, you should take it from her and hand it to her again and say to her, you are Mutaras L'chol Adam. So the Gemara asks, Man Tana, who is the Tana who taught this? Chizki says Rav Shimon Elazar. This is Rav Shimon Elazar. Tanya really the Rav Shimon Elazar. Rav Shimon Elazar says, Achi Yitlano Himeno. Yachsu Yitlano V'yamle Heigitoch. The get does not take effect until he takes it from her, hands it to her again, and says to her, this is your get. In other words, Rebbe holds that it's not necessary for him to hand it to her a second time. Rather, it's sufficient for him to tell her that this is the giving of the get. The Mishnah is therefore according to the opinion of Shimon Elazar, who holds that the husband must hand it to her again. Says, I feel timid. You could even say this is Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. The Lechein Omer. In other words, your Tana, referring to Rakana, who came from Babel, just that Eretz said that it's different here. Why is it different here? Since the wife has already acquired the get with regard to her becoming disqualified from marrying into the Kohana. Due to it, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi holds that he need not take it back and give it to her again. Since the get was already partially effective, it's in his wife's possession and cannot be used by the husband to divorce her in full unless she gives it back to him and gives it to her again. Therefore, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi agrees that he must give it to her a second time. It said in the Mishnah that if the husband wrote his qualification inside the get, it's possible even if he erased it. Rav Safra said, we learned this in the Mishnah that the get is invalid only if he wrote the qualification inside the get, not if he stated it malpeh. So after they went up Shita, obviously. So the Mishnah clearly says he wrote it inside. After the one, you would say that this applies only when the qualification was written after the essential part of the get, which contains, as we know, we have the Tedif and the Tefis. So the Tedif is the essential part, which is the names, and the names of the wife and the husband and the wife and the date. But if it was before the Tedif, even if it was orally, it would also be possible. I don't say that. Rabbi says, they taught this specifically, writing the qualifications that passes the get only when the qualification is stated after the Sadr Baraf. Before the Tedif, Vilo al Peh, not be possible. Even if it's Bapeh, it would also be possible. Was it all the time? Rabbi goes according to this reason, Rabbi Lahanu cost you Gittin. As Rabbi said to those who write Gittin, Shatuki the Baal, silence the husband at the Kosivu Leilatative Gittin until you write the essential part of the get. Because maybe I'll make it tonight, and thereby making the entire get possible.